Your host Annie, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. City so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Andy, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so light.
This is Lex Figueroa with CMIT Solutions, and you're watching Good Morning Frederick.
No, good morning, Frederick. Today is Friday, January 10th. Happy Friday. Woo! I'm your host, Danny Gurry. Today is show number, I don't know what's happening here. Show number 198. 200th show is Tuesday. Unreal to believe. And, to be honest, I've done 198 of these shows, and I still make stupid mistakes. Like this morning, it's just complicated, but I went in the wrong studio. And so now I have to get everybody back on the right studio and email and text people, which is kind of dumb. Good morning, Tara. Happy Friday. Yes, stay warm. I'm not loving this cold weather for sure, but it is wintertime. I know. And we live in Maryland. That's what we get. And good morning to Mama Cone. Oh, I love all those hearts, Mama Cone. Look at that. TGIF. We are absolutely getting ready for a big day on Tuesday, and so looking forward to it. Hope you guys can stop by 401 North Market Street and hang out with us 8 to 10 a.m. on Tuesday. We're going to have a lot of fun. It's going to be great, and I can't wait. And if you can't be in person, totally get it. You have life, and you got work, and you got all kinds of other things you got to do. No drama. Just be here where you're watching right now from 8 to 10 a.m. because we are giving prizes away in person, but we're also giving prizes away on the stream. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to have my son Cooper monitoring the text line and responding to you guys immediately. We're going to be asking you to text in, and it's going to be so fun. So you will be able to be engaged and interactive during the show on Tuesday. But that's Tuesday. Let's figure out what's happening for today. Bob Miller and Chris Michaels will join us from WFMD's Morning News Express with your local and national news, weather, and sports. I'm going to go over the highlight of the events you're going to want to know about now through Sunday, and then some you're going to want to save the date on for the future because there's tons of events being put on the calendar every single day. Then we've got Chiro Corner, straight talk with the team from MidAtlantic Chiropractic. And today, Dr. Chris and Dr. Cole not only answer the question, do chiropractors get adjustments, but they do a little bit more than that too. And then I'm going to chat with Shari from Everything Bundt Cakes. She talks about the last 18 months or so of owning her dream business. Yes, she loves the cakes for sure. Now, when you buy the merch for Good Morning Frederick, you are also helping a local nonprofit. That's right. When you buy the merch, Andrea's House in Frederick wins. And if you've not heard about Andrea's House, they help women in recovery stay with their families during the process. And we think that that is amazing. And we love Carlia and the group there and want to do whatever we can to help. And we can do that if you help. So you get the merch and Andrea's House gets the donation. And starting next week, you'll be able to purchase the 200th show shirts. But of course, we still have beanies, hats, We have the 100th show shirts. I think there's a few remaining of those. We've got a few fleece left. And some of the old school V-neck and crew neck, royal blue and gray Good Morning Frederick shirts. So you want to stop by the home of Everything Frederick and get those. And don't forget about the podcast. We do upload the show every day to the podcast platforms. You can listen on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeart, and other places like YouTube as well. All right, let's get this Friday rolling. Faster we do, faster it is over. Thank you to our show sponsor, Heart Home Solutions, your solution for all your home remodeling needs. Do you need a basement refinished, or maybe you want a new kitchen or bath? And maybe you're selling and you need everything freshened up, or you've just purchased and you want some changes before you move in. Well, Heart Home Solutions can help you. Veteran owned, locally owned, Heart, H-A-R-T, hearthomesolutions.com. All right, the boys are in the studio. Let's get this going. Good morning.
There's that smile I love every morning.
You're all right, Bob? You look...
Well, Linda has left me for 4 days, and I don't know how I'm going to survive.
I saw your grocery grocery trip.
Thank you. I got to make another one today because I left out, ice cream.
So Danny, you know what? And I'm going to tell this to Bob right now. He didn't know this, so I'm going to admit this to him, and we'll see how mad at me he gets. I saw his grocery list also yesterday on Facebook. So when I came in this morning, we book guests in the morning. We get a list of experts and different things, Fox News reporters we can book to come on the show. And I booked a nutritionist, and I did that on purpose. And I'm just breaking this news to Bob right now that I did that on purpose. And with the nutritionist on the phone waiting, Bob had mentioned.
Thank you.
Bob had mentioned his week's worth of shopping, and the nutritionist was like, I didn't hear any salads in there.
I had a salad. There was a salad in the picture.
I thought there was a bag of salad. I saw that. It was
salad.
Much smaller than the Doritos, though. But it was there. It was there.
Well, hey, if you open the Doritos bag, that goes down from about that size to about that size. So
This is true. This is true for sure.
And my wife actually likes Doritos. She's bringing her mom home, and the little cupcake or whatever they are. They're like the little mini muffins or whatever. They're for her mom because she likes those. So I got that for her. I do go to the store again. Her mom likes to have her coffee with fat-free half and half and half and half. So she mixes them together, and I'm like, can't you just get
like
half
quarter
fat?
half?
Right. So I don't know how that works, but so I have to go get some of that. I couldn't find it at the local store. Not that many people have fat-free half and half.
Yeah. I didn't even know that existed. I thought the whole purpose of half and half was it was half the fat.
Right.
I don't know.
So there you go. But yes, my wife is gone. I will not probably eat properly or on time or do the dishes or that all gets done. I pick her up Monday afternoon at 3:00. It'll all be done Monday morning after I get done with you guys. So,
which means
the bed will be made though, because I remember listening to that guy online one time. He says, "Look, if you don't do anything, make your bed, then you've accomplished something in the day."
I have done that. I listened to that too, and I agree with that. So yes, I do make my bed. Well, I try to. The dog is usually in it. So, but yes, I try to do that each day too.
Yeah.
I haven't made my bed in about 20 years, so I'm not sure which podcast you're listening to, but obviously I've never heard it. Nor does my wife make our bed in the morning. So yeah, I don't get. So it's supposed to make you feel a sense of accomplishment. A sense of accomplishment for me is getting out of bed in the morning. Never mind making my bed.
He's got the lowest bar ever. Has your wife ever gone away and you've been home alone with the kids?
No, after the disaster of the almost burning the house down and the kids, not getting a diaper change within a day, my wife already said, "No, you're never being home alone by yourself." Yeah. So, my wife, however,
go ahead.
My wife, however, after Adriana was born, our oldest, my wife did decide to go out for a night. And I told my wife, "Hey, don't worry about it. Go out. I'll take care of the baby. It's fine." And let's just say when she got home, there was about 3 or 4 diapers ripped up. And I was outside puffing a cigar while my poor daughter was crying and screaming. So, yeah, it was a disaster.
First time my wife ever went away. First time my wife ever went away, Aaron, and we were, and she went shopping with, I don't know if it was my sister or a friend, whatever, it doesn't matter. First time she ever went away after we had Aaron. And so I'm going to be totally honest with you here. I had to go to the potty. And so I put her on our king size bed, thinking it wouldn't take, not going to take that long. And all of a sudden I heard this, and I put her in the middle of the bed. I didn't put anything on the sides of it. She wiggled herself right off the bed and fell on the floor. I cried 20 minutes thinking I was the worst parent in the world. The worst parent. And I'm like, oh my God, I'd never do that again. And she survived.
She did. We all do things like that. It only takes once to learn, for sure.
Yeah. This is the same girl almost died in a manure pit.
Yeah. Always on the floor. When I used to have to take a shower with the kid, when I had the kids and I was trying to get ready, I did on the floor. They were on the floor, usually in some sort of enclosure, like a little jail or something, if I had to. One time I did get Cooper one of those bouncy things that clipped to the door frame so he could at least see me. He loved that thing. And then, of course, it was, I think, put on every dangerous child toy list or whatever, but he loved it anyway.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Just don't even listen to it. We're the generation that, like I said, my daughter fell in a manure pit. She survived. Almost. She almost didn't. But hey, that happens. We're the overprotective helicopter parents on from a generation that never got any go outside.
Yeah.
Stay what out. You do. Yeah.
Stay out. Parents never even knew where we were. As long as we were in when the street lights came on, I think you were pretty good.
Right. I don't want to see you in the house. And my dad, when we were moving cattle one time, and I was a little bit older, and we were moving cattle, and I was on the back of this cow trying to get her through the chute. And I know the morning mare worked on the farm, and she ran me right into a bolt about that long and about that wide and just ripped a big hole in my leg. Oh. And my dad just goes, "Let me see it." So I showed it to him, and he just put like some pink eye powder on it and said, "You're good. Get me another one." That's the kind of generation we were, right? That's who they were. They were tough. They were, it's not like, oh my God, run to the emergency room.
Yeah, no, there was none of that. That didn't even exist. The urgent cares and all of that.
No, not at all. I did run you probably can't see the scar, but I ran a nail falling off a hay wagon from here to here in my hand, right? And it was like gaping open, see the bones, stuff like that. And my mom took me to the emergency room, and she dropped me off, and I'm left-handed. And I walk in, and I said, I've ripped my hand open on a nail. And you can see the scar. There's a little scar right there now. And the lady goes, "Well, I can't let you in unless you sign some paperwork." And I'm like, I'm left-handed. My mom's in the parking lot, and she's coming in, but I'm dripping blood. It's soaking through the thing that we wrapped it in. I was probably 16, maybe 17. I don't know. Cocky little kid, right? And the lady's like, "I can't let you back there unless you sign for papers." And I'm like, "Let me see them." And she handed them over, and I dripped blood on them. And I said, "There, signed in blood. You're going to get your money. Don't worry about it." So they took me back. and the doctor gave me some lidocaine, right? And they give you lidocaine to sew it up, and it still hurt. I'm like, ouch, that still hurts. He goes, well, I gave you a whole syringe of lidocaine, and I'm like, the bottle costs $2.50. I know, my dad's a vet. Get me some more.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And they say the inner city's dangerous. Goodness gracious me.
Yeah.
Hey,
Exactly.
country boy can't survive.
Oh boy.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
What's happening locally?
Let's see here. Got to pull up my news. Here we go. All right. So legislators, what happens is I don't have the news pulled up because when I'm talking to two of you, I like to see your smiling faces. And so I put the news tab down here, and I'm never ready to pull the news tab up. So here we go. Legislators are getting down to work in Annapolis now that the 2025 Maryland General Assembly is underway. Frederick County Delegate Jesse Pippy says he had other law. I love his last name, Pippy. Says he and other lawmakers are not necessarily excited, but anxious about tackling the issues facing the state. So I think anxious is coming from Jesse. So I think anxious because we're ready to get to work. We got to solve some of these challenges. This is just the beginning. It starts off slow, but it picks up quickly, he says. Pippy says one of the challenges facing legislators is the state's projected $3 billion deficit. Now, real quickly, I thought, remember when we interviewed former Governor Hogan, Danny, he said that when he left, there was a surplus. What the heck happened to all that money for in a deficit? Now, he actually said that to us when we were interviewing him. So what the heck happened to that money in that short a time? But the minority caucuses, both the minority House and the Senate caucuses, had a press conference yesterday, or I should say Wednesday morning, where they outlined the priority, and what they were not willing to do was to raise taxes or increase fees, he says. Pippy is the minority whip in the Maryland General Assembly. And this is actually, I forgot to mention this to Bob today, but I will now. Jesse Pippy will be on the Morning News Express on Monday at around 7 o'clock. So there you go, Bob.
All right. Well, hey, that's a good thing.
Yep. Yeah. He'll come and talk to us about that. And something that Bob and I were talking about today, a nationwide data breach involving school systems across the country has affected us here in Frederick County Public Schools. The FCPS posted a statement on its website to say the data breach involved PowerSchool, a student information system used by the school systems across the country, including here in Frederick County. The breach occurred between December 19th and the 28th in 2024, when a threat actor gained unauthorized access to school systems around the country, including FCPS. The local school system says it became aware of the threat on January 7th and was told on January 8th that this data breach affected FCPS. FCPS says the compromised data included information about teachers and students. PowerSchool says the data has been deleted and is no longer accessible. It also says the FBI and a cybersecurity firm called CrowdStrike have been called in to investigate. CrowdStrike says none of the data has been found on the dark web, but it will continue to monitor those sites. Now, my kids and our family have used that system before, and basically, it's what it is that's how you get your information from the school system. Teachers can speak to you, and you can speak to teachers, and kids can get their work. So PowerSchool, they've used that for a couple years now in FCPS schools. I don't know. Have your kids used that, Danny, or is that fairly recently new thing?
Yeah, I don't. I tell you, every year that they tried to get me to log into a new system, I said, you know what, kids, you're old enough. You got to figure this out.
They're nice.
Too much.
Yeah,
I always complained because back when my kids went to school, you had to hammer and chisel it out on a rock. But they would give you 3 different cards for each kid that you had to fill out, but they were all the same card. I'm like, can't you guys put this in some type of a database? But
well, and that's the other thing is it's so frustrating that they, the places where we should be using technology, we're not using it. And when they implement technology, it's so clunky and horrible that it's just not, intuitive. And you've got thousands of parents trying to be proactive in their kids' school. And And even when you are, the teachers aren't even using it actively. So then it's a waste of everybody's time. So
Yep.
it's just, yeah, I don't know what the solution is there, but.
And Bob, listen, nobody's going to believe that you guys used the stones and all that stuff when you were growing up. Technology was better when you guys went to school. You guys had that little pen with the feather on it that you dipped into the ink when you fill things out.
Yeah,
so there you go. See?
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go. All
absolutely.
Right.
And then we wrote a little note, put it on our carrier pigeon, and sent it on its way. So, yeah.
And finally, actually, Bob was talking about this yesterday. He was driving down a highway, and you could tell a story, obviously, but a vehicle, I guess, was on fire and exploded right next to you, right, Bob? You were saying?
Yeah, I was coming home from taking Linda to the airport, and I saw this big black cloud, and as I passed it, there was it looked like a brand new Ford, which is interesting because Dave Serio talked about Fords being recalled with a fuel pump problem. And it was fully engulfed in flames, pulling a trailer with two, propane tanks on the front of it. And there was no fire apparatus. Everybody just driving by it, and people standing there. I guess the guy who owned the truck was just standing there watching it go up in flames. And as I drove past it, you could see fire shoot out, and it was just like this big. And I'm like, I gotta go. Wow. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Time to leave. And then I'm like, I could use a new truck. Could I catch mine on fire somehow? Something like that. Yeah.
But I say that to say this: burning FedEx truck kept Frederick County Fire and Rescue crews busy Thursday morning. The Frederick Scanner Facebook page says units were dispatched to West Patrick Street at Old Camp Road just after 10:30, which is right around the corner from our radio station, Thursday morning, and found the truck fully involved in engulfed in flames. The fire was brought under control about 13 minutes later. The blaze was declared out just before 11 a.m. No injuries, thank God, were reported. A hazmat crew was sent to the scenes due to a leaking fuel tank. Traffic in the area was affected by firefighting operations. And you can head to our WFMD Facebook page to see a link more on that story. And actually, also another program note: we're going to have Chief Frederick County Fire and Rescue Chief Tom Coe is going to be joining us Tuesday morning at 7 a.m. to kind of talk about what's going on in California, his ideas of what could have been done differently, and locally what we could do, God forbid, if something like that ever happens around here. And we'll probably just ask him about that FedEx truck too. So he'll be on Tuesday.
Yeah, that I tell you, those fires in California, it's
just horrible.
And it keeps going, and they're just, a lot of them are not even at all contained, and it's just horrible.
And they think that one may have been an arson, but that's just a speculation out there. Fire does not care whether you're a Hollywood star or the guy who cleans the Hollywood stars.
That's right.
It does not care. People who they've lost. I've heard people lost, music that was written, Dick Van Dyke's house, Billy Crystal's house, Paris Hilton's house. I mean, there's so many stars that have been just devastated by this, but they have the money to rebuild. And, but still, possessions are possessions, and things that you have, you loved it in your life it's all gone. Even though people, when that kind of stuff happens, goes, well, it's just stuff. Well, it's important stuff to people. And, it's really going to be tough on people trying to rebuild that.
And before I get to weather, I just want to say, if you head to one of the most amazing videos I've seen so far this morning, we were talking about CNN. If you head to CNN.com, you'll see a video of a helicopter going over the fire, dropping water. But it gives you really a firsthand look without actually being there of how devastating it is. So, I tell your viewers, Danny, and if you get a chance to go to CNN.com, if it's still up there, that video is just, it's mind-boggling. It looks like hell. I mean, literally looks like hell with all that fire and doomsday. So getting the weather real quick, take a look at your TGIF forecast today. Going to be a high of 33, mix of clouds and sun during the morning. We'll give way to clouds, cloudy skies this afternoon. Tonight, snow showers early with the steadier snow developing late. Going to get down to a low of 24. I'm hearing less than a half an inch accumulation. Of course, depends on where you live in the 4-state region. Take a look at your weekend forecast. Looks like a high of 36 on Saturday. Cloudy skies early, become partly cloudy later in the day. And then Saturday night, low of 24, mostly clear skies. And then taking a look at your Sunday, mainly sunny with a high of 39. Normally, I'd be complaining with a high of 39, but as cold as it's been. I'm actually looking forward to a high
Heat
of 39
wave.
and sunny skies. There you go, right? Heat wave. 21 Sunday night, mostly clear skies, and the legendary WFMD Morning Mayor Bob Miller with the sports.
Well, it looked like the Catholics were praying hard last night. Notre Dame defeated
We
Penn
always
State
do, Bob. We always do.
27-24. Mitch Jeter's 41-yard field goal. 7 seconds left in college football playoff semifinal at the Capital One Orange Bowl Thursday night. The number 7 Fighting Irish will play the winner of tonight's other semifinal game between Texas and Ohio State at the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic in January 20th. And that's going to be a great game. No matter who's in it, I think this is just a great thing for college football. Boys basketball yesterday. High school action, Tuscarora over Manchester Valley, 59-37. Kevin Bukla's 18 points led the way. St. John's over Chapelgate, 61-56. Aaron Schofner, I hope I say that right, tied with teammate Mamadou Sacco for the game-high 15 points. On the ladies' side, girls basketball, Urbana Downs TJ, 60-34. Notre Dame Prep over St. John's Catholic Prep, 59-53. Mount St. Mary's senior leading scorer Joe Ruffalo buried a three-pointer with 8 minutes left to help the Mountaineers to a 9-point win over Manhattan. And, of course, speaking of those Fires, the NFL has moved the playoff game between the Los Angeles Rams and the Minnesota Vikings out of Southern California on Thursday to Glendale, Arizona, where the Arizona Cardinals will play. It's about 400 miles east of the Rams' home, SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. But, yeah, that's going to be, I mean, when you think you got the home advantage, and now you don't, but I think more people are thinking about what's going on there in California than what's going to go on in the football field. Maybe give them a little bit of an escape for a couple hours.
Yeah, for sure. Well, look, I mean, I think that was a smart move, and they've got enough to deal with. They can't deal with all that additional traffic and stuff around the stadium. So yeah, they'll just it'll be no one's field advantage. So we'll see.
And speaking of Catholics, this Catholic, I pray for Notre Dame wins. It seems to happen. But when this Catholic prays for Jets wins, well, I don't know. It doesn't seem to happen.
The Jets aren't a Catholic institution.
Well, I guess maybe that's what it is, Bob.
Yeah. Maybe that's it. All right. Well, happy Friday to you both. Have a great weekend. I'll see you a little bit later. And I'm
going to go curl up in the corner because my wife's not here.
We hope you survive.
me and Danny have some discussing to do today, possibly how to embarrass myself even further for the children.
Oh yeah, we are always looking for ways for you to do that.
Do you have a movie picked out? I mean, I know there's a lot of football this weekend.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I guess you don't care about the kids of Frederick, but that's okay.
No. I have two movies picked out. One is going to be again Grease. And I'm kind of thinking of maybe Field of Dreams.
Okay. Two good movies.
Yeah.
Well, we think they're good movies. Who knows? You might come out thinking they're not.
Listen. And let me just say this, okay? Well, I hate to just throw his name out there without him defending himself, but a certain individual name. Well, maybe I shouldn't say his name, but county commissioner agreed with me, was not a fan of Shawshank Redemption. So there you go. I'm not the only one. Even our powers that be in Frederick County agree with me. So there you are.
Well, it's okay. I don't think Grease or Field of Dreams can be classified as intellectual movies. So I think you're okay.
Right?
That's good. Then I'll understand it.
Build it and they will come.
Yes, that's right.
Yep,
all right.
You go.
Have a great weekend. We can't wait to hear the updates next week. We'll see you guys then.
Enjoy your weekend, everybody.
Oh, boy. All right. Yeah, I can't wait to hear what he thinks about those. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Then we're back with the highlight of all the events. We've got Chiro Corner, straight talk with the team from MidAtlantic Chiropractic, and Shari from Everything Bundt Cakes will be on the show right after this.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is powered by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. Need an oil change or brakes? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can take care of that. How about exhaust or engine work? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can do that too. No matter what you need for your car, Ken's Automotive and Transmissions is Total Car Care. Go to kenstrans.com to schedule an appointment today.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves, double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect, yeah. Shining finally beyond compare.
It is now time to talk about what's happening in Frederick. Happening in Frederick is sponsored by Atlas Wood Floors, serving the area for more than 34 years. It's probably 35 years now, actually. I'm going to have to talk to them about that. Atlas Wood Floors can do wood floors, luxury vinyl plank, any product that you can put on your floor, they can handle it for you. Call them today. Get a quote set up, 301-948-9663, or go to atlaswoodfloors.net. Now, remember, when you call, you need to ask for Jeff. He will come out and take care of you. And you can read those Google reviews online as well. Atlas Wood Floors is the place to go. They can handle everything for you. All right, let's see what we got going on. Now, if you want to look at the calendar with all of the events on it, because obviously this is just a highlight, you can go to promocircus.com, click on Everything Frederick Live, and then click on Calendar of Events. Or if you look at the description of the video you're watching, you should see a live link there. You can copy and paste that right into your browser, and you will then have access to the humongous Everything Frederick calendar. Now, let me just tell you, I believe on here, when you're looking at an event, you can actually simply, if you have a Google Calendar, I think you can add it to maybe Outlook as well. You can just click on the event and add it to your own calendar. Makes it so easy. So if you see stuff you like, you don't have to try to remember it. You just add it to your calendar, and then you know it is there forever. All right, today is the last day to get your Maryland Lottery scratch off. It's a gift from Maryland Lottery and Good Morning Frederick, of course. All you need to do is text the word gift to 888-465-2944. That's 888-465-2944. And I am happy to give you a Maryland Lottery scratch off. You can do that if you're watching this later in the day. That's fine, as long as it is before Saturday. And then that way I can tell you, hey, you can go into the home. Well, actually, as long as it's before Sunday. Okay. So if you text over the weekend, I will still give you a Maryland Lottery scratch off. Okay. But this is the last one this weekend. You know how I change the rules all the time. I only hold the rules for Chris. That's it. All right. When you text the word gift, I'm going to text back and say, I've got your scratch off. It will be at the home of Everything Frederick for you to pick up. Now, if you pick up this weekend before Sunday at 4 o'clock, you can just simply take a number off the wall, hand that to the person behind the desk, ask for the envelope with your Maryland Lottery scratch off and the envelope that matches the number you just pulled off the wall. That also has some freebies in it, and it could be Good Morning Frederick merch. We've got dinners for two to Texas Roadhouse. There's downtown Frederick gift cards. There's a $100 gift card in there. So you want to get by the home of Everything Frederick. Open today through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Go on by and check it out. All right. Today, the Maryland Double Deckers Lights Tour, they call it Winter Wonderland. You can check that out. And if you haven't ridden the Maryland Double Decker yet, I encourage you to do so. It's a ton of fun. If you like trivia, you can do that tonight, South Mountain Creamery on Carroll Creek, or at 7, you can head over to Whistle Stop or the links at Chaladon. At 8, it is UMD's men's basketball at the Xfinity Center, and you can check out basketball either in person or on TV. Tomorrow, 8:30 to 4, you can do your CPR class certification at FCC Monroe. You obviously need to sign up for that beforehand. At 10, if you have a dog that you would like to see if they are okay for Wags for Hope, they're doing an orientation at Tally Rec Center. I don't know if you need to take your dog or if you just go. So you may want to look that up on the calendar and see. I was thinking about that the other day. If you show up with your dog, they might be like, hey, you can't bring a dog in here. So Tally Rec Center is the Armory downtown right by the band shell. 11 to 3, I want you to head over to Rosati's Chicago Pizza on West 7th Street in the Common Market Shopping Center. Okay. Just say, hey, I saw on Good Morning Frederick, I could get a free slice of pizza. And voila, they shall serve it up as long as it is between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. And as long as you say you heard about it on Good Morning Frederick. Okay. Free slice of pizza tomorrow, 11 to 3. I mean, you can't beat that, obviously. And I've never had Rosati's pizza. So I'm going to be heading over there too and checking it out. At noon, it is a Good Energy Day retreat at the Cozy Castle in Imesville. I'm not sure if she still has tickets available for that. You can check that out. She's on Eventbrite. On Sunday, how about bowling and all-you-can-eat pancakes? Well, you can start off your Sunday that way, 9 a.m. to noon. It's Pins and Pancakes at Fourth Dimension Fun Center. You get all-you-can-eat pancakes and bowling for just $18 per person. And then 3 to 4:30. Oh, no. I don't know what was 3 to 4:30. I think I started to put something in there, and then I didn't fit. Oh, I know what 3 to 4:30 was. And I stopped because I wasn't sure if they were still having it. But 3 to 4:30 at Calvary United Methodist Church, there is a world-class violinist playing, and that looks really cool. You can head over there, and that's the Calvary on 2nd Street. The reason I stopped is I had seen that Calvary Church in Walkersville was on fire the other day. I just saw on social media flames, and I was like, oh, I better check to make sure that's not that Calvary. I don't know why I'm explaining this to you. Too much information, I know. But anyway, that is the reason. 4 to 7 is the Brunswick Pop-Up Market in downtown Brunswick. And at 7, you can take in comedy at the Cellar Door. And then here are your save the dates, okay? Tuesday, guess what's happening Tuesday? Yes, the 200th show. You've got a reservation to be right here, wherever you are, 8 to 10 a.m. We're doing a 2-hour special live show. And you can stop by the home of Everything Frederick if you want. I'm going to have a lot of goodies if you want, but I'll have plenty of prizes if you're just watching at home. On the 16th, I believe we are still doing this trivia because we have like 8 to 10 ladies who signed up. So all you single gents out there who say, oh, we can't ever meet anybody nice, and we got them. We got them for you. Okay. So now we just need you to come to the home of Everything Frederick on the 16th from 6 to 9 p.m. On the 18th, another opportunity for some free pizza. On the 21st, The Price is Right is at the Weinberg. On the 30th, it is Comedy Nitro, starring Jim Bryan from the Church of Satire. It's at Rockwell, Riverside. Jim is a friend of mine. I haven't seen him in a long time. I was actually hanging out at Rockwell and saw the sign and I texted him. I'm like, dude, you're in Frederick and you didn't even let me know. We're going to have him on the show, I think, next week. He is a really funny guy. All right. On the 1st, there's another CPR class if you need to get certified. And of course, it is first Saturday on February 1st. Okay. It is the largest first Saturday, I believe, that they do all year long. So go downtown, have a great time. I believe my ice sculpture will be done. I don't know. Jade just texted me or messaged me and said, hey, I need to talk to you about your sculpture. So we'll see what happens there. The 5th, African Americans of Excellence, is at the Weinberg. The 8th is the Bootleggers Ball at McClintock. The 14th to 17th, it's the Winter Grief Retreat at Thorpewood. I'm going to be talking to those ladies coming up here soon, too, so you understand what that's about. And the 15th, the Hyperlocal Brew Fest at the fairgrounds. And on the 20th, from 6 to 8, it is Critters on the Catwalk. And that's at Warehouse Cinemas. Then March 5th, we're back at Warehouse Cinemas for the auction of the artwork from African Americans of Excellence. On the 15th, it is the 20th annual Retro Prom. We're going to try to talk to somebody about that too. That's pretty wild that that's been going for 20 years. And in March, coming up, it is the 50th annual Home and Garden Show. If you have an event you want included on the calendar, email it to everythingfredericklive@gmail.com. If you ever want to know what is happening in Frederick, though, you got to look at that calendar all the time. We are adding events daily as people are posting them. And I grab these events from calendars all over the place, as well as Facebook and all of that, too. So even if I just see something posted, I will add it if it makes sense to. All right. All right. We're going to take one more quick break. Then we're back with the team from MidAtlantic Chiropractic. And Nothing Bundt Cakes is coming up just after all of this. Hi, it's Danny, and I recently had dinner at Sushi Nomu, and I've got to tell you, it was absolutely unbelievable. The decor, phenomenal. The food, just amazing. I had the best miso soup I've ever had. The sushi was so fresh and delicious, and it was actually a feast for the eyes. The presentation was stunning, and the service was impeccable. The sushi, fresh, the sashimi, the best I've ever had. I can't say enough great things about it. If you're looking for a great place, maybe to go on a date, or maybe just to try something new, it's affordable, it is beautiful, and you will not be disappointed, I promise. Sushi Nomu at sushinomu.com or 4969 Westview Drive, just beyond the Dunkin' Donuts.
Dream Free Art, Frederick's first and only splatter room. New location, new beginner-friendly artful shenanigans for all ages. Come fling paint and make a masterpiece in Dream Free Art's splatter room, or join us for a fun and unique art experience. Book your next birthday party, corporate event, date night, or family outing at dreamfreeart.com to unleash your inner artist today. Dream Free Art. Free your creativity.
A&S Construction is a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business, and they're right here in Frederick, servicing Frederick County and beyond. A&S Construction specializes in roofing, siding, windows, gutters, and build you a new patio or deck. Call 301-703-2157 or email info@ansconstruction.net. Remember, as a Good Morning Frederick viewer, you get $750 off any roof or siding replacement or $50 off any roof repairs. You just have to make sure Sandra knows you saw her on Good Morning Frederick. That's A&S Construction, 301-703-2157 or info@ansconstruction.net. All right, it is time for Chiro Corner. And the doctors are answering the question, do chiropractors get adjusted? Here you go.
Hey guys, Dr. Chris and Dr. Cole here. We get asked all the time, do you guys adjust each other? The answer is yes, and pretty frequently. I get adjusted at least once a week, sometimes more, depending on what's going on. So today, Dr. Cole's magical hands are going to bless my spine. Here we go.
All right, Dr. Chris.
You said the spine's feeling pretty good today?
Yeah.
Okay. Start by just stretching you out here, seeing how things feel. All right. So taking a look at his leg length here, a little short on the right side. Typically means glute med is tight. Is that tender there?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that's piriformis. Is that tender there?
Oh yeah.
All right. We'll start by doing 3 drops on this right side. Now we'll do the upper on the left. Got a couple free ones in there. So, Dr. Chris doesn't have a counter nutation listing, but we're going to get some updated x-rays today. When I push in on this L5, is that tender there?
It feels okay.
Okay. And what about above it?
That's okay.
Okay. When I pull back on your sacrum here, does that cause you any discomfort?
No.
Feel like a stretch?
Not really.
Okay. And what about when I push forward?
Pushing forward, I feel a little discomfort in the right SI.
Okay. So, do a sacral apex then. So, deep breath in. Hold it. Exhale. Okay. Deep breath in. Hold it. Exhale. Okay, one more time. Big deep breath in. Hold it. Exhale. Now I'm going to have you go on your side towards me. Here we go. Dr. Chris has some long legs here. Coming on up. All right. So, very important to keep that bottom leg straight before, during, and after the adjustment. I'm going to roll you forward here. Big deep breath. All the way out. There it is. Other side. So, on the right side, we're going to do a lower. Good. Got the Swedish fish socks on today. Roll this over. Keep that bottom leg straight before, during, and after. Big deep breath in. Let it all the way out. Good. Perfect. On your belly. All right. Taking a look at his legs here. We're nice and even now, so I'm going to have you go onto your back for me. All right. So we got the knees bent. Make sure these are nice and flat for me. Next thing we're going to do is interlock the fingers. Place them at the base of the neck. Bring the elbows together. I'm going to bend you up forward. Take a big deep breath in. All the way out. Good. Another big deep breath in. All the way out. And last one. Big deep breath in. All the way out. Good. All right. Hands flat on the belly. All right. And how is the neck feeling?
Feels okay right now. I'm sure I'll find something.
Any headaches, migraines,
Nope.
sinus issues?
Nope.
Let's see. Start by doing a little traction and stretch here. I'm going to have you turn your head to the left here. Is this tender here?
It is, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to do a lateral flexion. It's coming up and over here. Now I want you to relax this muscle here and wiggle your toes. Oh, there it is. Perfect. Good. And this left side's the one that's really stuck, so we're going to go down to C4 and C5. Tender through there.
Right through, yeah, there.
Okay. So we're doing extension, so we're going to come across here. And then relax this muscle. Wiggle the toes. Perfect. Make you a couple inches taller.
Mm-hmm.
Good. And you're all set, my friend.
Thank you. Good stuff.
There we go. Sorry. Yep. All right. MidAtlantic Chiropractic. If you need an adjustment, you can hang out with Dr. Chris and Dr. Cole there for sure. Okay, let's talk about who is making the market great. Travel better with Antietam World Travel Service, your gateway to worry-free journeys. With their extensive network, unmatched experience, and personalized services, you can explore the world with confidence and ease. When you work with Antietam World Travel Service, you get convenience, experience, and connections. Go to AntietamTravel.com right now. Get started on your dream vacation, even if it's years away. They don't mind. Actually, they prefer it because they can get you the best deals the further out you're booking. All right, I went to Nothing Bundt Cakes and met Shari, and boy, if I owned this business, there would be no hope for me. She does love the red velvet, though. Here she is. Nothing Bundt Cakes here on Spectrum Drive. You're in the small shopping center, kind of where Verizon is. Yes. Very nice. This is Shari. She is the owner. You guys have been here since June of last year, right?
So about a year and a half now.
Yeah, so you're kind of now into that next phase, right? You got through the first year into another holiday season. So tell everybody what you love about this company, which is a franchise. What do you love about it?
I love being able to come every day and smell cake. I love red velvet. So that's your number one. That's my number one. So I love red velvet. But I love being able to just be around joy. Yeah. And that's what cake really is for me. Yeah. You know, it's that I can share joy with my friends. It's always, you know, this company is about sharing moments. Okay. And I love being able to bring joy to the community, to my team. Yeah. Even to my kids. They love me coming home and smelling of cake all the time.
I bet they do. That's awesome, actually. So how did you find this franchise?
So that's actually a pretty funny story. It was during COVID, and everybody was home. And to keep sanity, I actually decided to start walking, taking these very long walks. Smart. And while I was walking along, I was walking in Columbia, and while I was walking along the streets, I was literally the only person there. I'm hearing construction going on, which is a strange sound where everybody's locked down. It's so quiet. And then when I looked, somebody was building a Nothing Bundt Cake in Columbia during COVID. Oh, wow. And I thought, that's amazing. There's growth even in this time of fear. Yeah. So as soon as I got home, I started looking about it, and then when it opened, I was probably the fifth customer, and I had my red velvet, and from then on,
you said I'm hooked.
Yeah, love at first bite.
So, do you still live in Columbia?
No, so we are in Ellicott City now.
Okay, okay, very nice. So you opened here. What was that process like from the time you thought, hey, this is pretty cool, until opening here?
So just around that time, I called Nothing Bundt Cakes, and I was interested. I found I was pregnant.
Oh, oh my goodness!
So I took some time off from that to have my baby, and as soon as I was home on maternity leave, I called them again and said, okay, I'm interested again. Yeah. And we just started the process where I went through. They told me I needed to do training. They wanted to know why I wanted to do the business, and I explained, my whole story, and they laughed as well. And then, finding the spot. I mean, this spot was available and was an amazing area. Yeah. So we snagged it up right away. And then after that, it was just finding a contractor and just continuing. I think it's more just believing that it's going to happen, even when it just seems like it's a lot and it's overwhelming. Yeah. But just believing that this is what I want to do, and this is where I'm going to find joy.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what has happened.
Well, when you come in every day with that attitude, it's
Yeah.
hard not to be happy. And like you said, there's nothing unhappy about a cake, right?
No,
Ever.
and we get to be a part of someone's special moment.
Yeah.
You know, even if it's a small part, they still come in to celebrate something.
Yeah.
And we get to be a part of that.
Yeah.
So I think that's fun.
That's phenomenal. What is your best seller?
Red velvet.
Okay, that's so funny. I think you planted that seed out there for sure.
Yeah, red velvet is my best.
I love
seller,
it.
yeah.
I love it. Now, I know your cakes come in different sizes.
Yes.
So you have like the individual, smaller size,
Yeah,
all
we have
the way.
the buntlets, so it's
Okay.
a different language.
Okay,
Nothing but
sorry.
So we have the buntlets, which
Okay.
is like the personal size.
Okay.
We have the 8-inch bundt cakes.
Okay.
And then we have our 10-inch cakes.
Okay.
But then for the for if you just want to snack and get and taste all the different flavors, we have what we call our buntinis.
Oh.
So those are tiny little cakes that you can taste. You have like a little
I can get a
snack
flight of bundt cakes. I
Pretty
love
much.
this. Okay, I love it. I love it. It's excellent. Now, do you have the same flavors every day?
Yeah,
Okay,
we do
so
have the
you
same
always-
flavors every day. We do what we call seasonal flavors.
Okay.
So right now we have peppermint
Ah,
chocolate.
yes,
So
yeah.
and that's good that's here until the end of December.
Okay.
And then we have the Reese's chocolate.
Okay.
That's coming out
I love it.
in January. But we generally have our normal like 10 flavors
Okay.
that are here constantly throughout the year.
Okay. Do you recommend people just pop in and buy the cakes, or should they call and order? What is that? easy?
So we do like coming in. So we do like, I think it's an experience, come in,
Yeah.
meet the team, and actually let us tell you about the cakes.
Okay.
So I do prefer if you come in, but we do have the option where you can order
Okay.
as well. You can or you can
Well,
call
first
in.
you got to come in and taste and find
You
your
can come-
favorites. Then you can
exactly.
order the next round, right? Because
Exactly.
then you know exactly
Come in and
what you like.
experience
That's
the
right.
store.
That's right. What are the hours that you guys are open?
So from Monday to Fridays, we're open from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Okay.
On Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. And then on Sundays, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. So we're open 7 days a week.
That's
Just different
right.
times.
Yes. All right. This is Shari. You've got almost, you said 25 employees
Yes,
here
we do.
part-time, which is amazing. That's a great impact to our economy. We really appreciate you choosing Frederick. And
Yeah.
Nothing Bundt Cakes is here, right over by the FSK Mall
Yeah.
on Spectrum Drive. Come in, try a cake, taking a beautiful bundt cake
Exactly.
to share with everyone else. And I'm assuming you're going to want to try that red velvet. I know.
Yes, definitely. You definitely come back for
Well,
the red
we
velvet.
Really appreciate you taking the time with us today, and we'll see you guys next time.
Well, thank you, Danny, for coming in, and thanks everyone for listening. And we hope to see you soon.
Absolutely. Oh, yes. Nothing Bundt Cakes. Go by, pick one up today, and tell Shari thank you for being on Good Morning Frederick. All right. Join us each morning at 9 a.m. or anytime on YouTube for Good Morning Frederick. If you love Frederick, you have to watch the show. Then you know what's going on. All right. Tell a friend about Good Morning Frederick. Invite somebody to watch on Tuesday. Have an amazing day and a great weekend. Get out there and let's be great.